This is the Plain English Real Estate Show with your host, Rowena Patton, a show that focuses on the real estate market in terms you can easily understand. Call Rowena now. The number is 240-9962 or 1-800-570-9962. Now here's the English girl in the mountains, the agent that I would trust, Rowena Patton.
All right, good morning. Patrick Franzen here, standing in for the wonderful Miss Rowena Patton this wonderful Saturday. You know, we're on every Saturday, 10:05 a.m. Come on over and listen to us. Go ahead and program it into your AM and FM radio buttons there. Dial us in. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Me and Randy are. It's nice and sunshiny here in the station, isn't it?
It always is when you got a coffee pot nearby, right? Patrick's my fellow coffee addict.
Yeah, man, we drink some coffee around here. You know, speaking of coffee, that's funny. I've got this delicious coffee. You know, I used to run a couple of coffee shops, right? Owned a couple of 101 Espresso Bar. Got out of that in 2018, thank goodness. It about broke me as far as waking up early and man, but do I love coffee. And in doing that, I discovered this delicious coffee. And I'm not even trying to promote them or anything, but they're great. It's Phoenix Roasters in Lawrenceville, Georgia.
Okay,
And
Phoenix
man,
Roasters.
It's the smoothest, most buttery coffee you've ever had.
Oh,
man.
you done got me.
Buttery, yummy. And you don't have to put a bunch of coffee in your pot. You just, yeah, it's the real deal.
Phoenix.
Randy. I'll get you some.
Oh,
man.
yeah, I will too. Thank you.
It is buttery yummy.
I love that.
So good coffee is on due. And I've got some in my cup right here. I would share it with you, but can't. Yeah, so we're covering real estate today. Yeah, realestatenewsradio.com. So if you need to schedule us out, come check us out there. If you've got any questions for us, if you're local here in Asheville, North Carolina, which is where we broadcast out of, give us a call. It's 828-240-9962. 240-9962. Give us a call. We'll talk about some real estate or whatever you want to talk about. Just give me a call. We'll chit-chat on any of the questions that you want to go to our website there at realestatenewsradio.com. You can also send over some questions there too. But we've captured the CPOexperts.com program, you guys, here in Asheville, North Carolina, and actually Rowena is the founder of creating CPO Experts, and it goes and delves into a whole lot, you guys. We've got CPO experts all over the country. So if you've got friends or family or somebody that needs some help with getting rid of a piece of property that maybe they don't want to list it, maybe they're in health issues or whatever, and they need to cash out, we've got that cash CPOexpert.com program, and you can certainly go on over there and check that out at CPOexperts.com. And there you'll find everything you need as far as whatever situation you might be in. Say, for instance, if you're going through a divorce or possibly you're going to a retirement center or whatever it is, the reason you need to be selling your property, you can certainly check out that website there and find out everything about the Cash CPO program. Now, of course, if you're looking for a home, we've got mountainhomehunt.com too. You can go check out any property you would like throughout the United States there and search for your property here in Asheville as well. Just type in the search, and it will bring you into, what's my home worth, what you're selling. You can get to the radio show there. You can buy. There's all kinds of careers here that we have at All-Star Powerhouse. So if you're an agent and you're thinking about possibly finding somebody that provides a ton of leads for our agents, check us out over at All-Star Powerhouse. It's a phenomenal team that we have, and would certainly love to chit-chat. I know we've got a lot of agents that listen in to the radio show, so I appreciate you guys. Asheville's a beautiful town, but man, is this whole western North Carolina area is really starting to explode. We're starting to get our roads dialed in and continue to do some really good growth here in Asheville. I think we've got some good planning going on.
All of western North Carolina, really.
It really is, and even going up towards Tennessee. And I know we don't have a whole lot of Tennessee listeners, but we sure do have them coming into our website and checking out for property in the Asheville area. And it's because of what we offer here and what the draw is. So, yeah, with this good coffee this morning, I saw in the Biltmore Express, they're talking about this new rail project.
Trying to bring passenger rail service back to Asheville in western North Carolina. I hope they succeed. I really would like to be able to go into downtown Asheville and hop on a train and wind up in Atlanta or Charlotte and connect with the with Amtrak everywhere. And the Amtrak is a part of this restoration effort.
Yeah. That's where the money comes from. Now, locally, we'll have to come up with 10% once they come up with the government going with our program here. But we're pretty high on the list from what I understand.
Yeah, I think so.
When they took rail service from us in, what was that, 75?
It's somewhere
around there.
Yeah.
It was just, it didn't make any sense since you couldn't come up Saluda Grade, which is coming up from Spartanburg.
Yeah.
Couldn't take that route to go anymore. It just didn't make sense to go all the way to Salisbury and then all the way to Atlanta from there. It's just extra 2-3 hours on your trip.
Yeah. And I was talking to my dad, as I was telling you before we went on the air. He spent a career with Norfolk Southern Railway, and he, kind of put it in simple terms. He says the railroad figured out that it was cheaper to divert trains at Spartanburg and send them to Knoxville and all points west than it was to come through the mountains of North Carolina. Took more fuel, more maintenance to the tracks, etc.
More trains.
Yeah, more trains,
more
etc.
crews.
Yeah, so they figured that out in the 70s. It kind of cut us off.
It
really did.
Just stuck us over there.
Yeah.
Didn't give us any way out.
Yeah, and I there's a good, strong effort to fix that now, and I hope in my lifetime I get to see it.
$650 million, somewhere right around there.
Yeah.
To sort of, the problem is going through Old Fort and all those curvy areas. High speed can't slow down to go 10 miles an hour around some of those curves, and that's one of the issues. They're having to put in new bridges, new ways to get around those curves. But the rail line, you guys, when I was a kid, I got to ride it. And boy, oh boy, is it the most beautiful ride you've ever taken on that rail ride.
You have taken the S curves up.
Oh, yeah. My
brother's
big time into trains. He has a little scenic railroad up in West Virginia, which is kind of fun. It's called the Potomac Eagle.
Okay.
A little shout out for that. It's on the Potomac River, and you ride in the train and eat dinner and watch eagles.
Come on.
I'm not kidding.
Come on.
It's only 2 hours to Washington, D.C.
From where he is?
From where he is in West Virginia, and it's just as beautiful as you could. It's not like the Potomac in D.C. if you've ever seen it there. But yeah, no, it's beautiful. A bunch of kayakers and activity everywhere. It's a cute little town. Romney, West Virginia. Yeah, I would have never known. But yeah, he started doing that about, I guess it's been 7 years ago or something. And it's a fun thing, man. They do this really fancy dinner on the train.
Gosh, that sounds so good.
Isn't it? Yeah, I know. It's nice. You got all kinds of...
Christmas time, they do a special Santa train?
Yeah, they do a Santa train in Christmas. And, it's the Potomac Eagle Railroad. And certainly go check that out. What a great little town to go visit in West Virginia in the summertime for sure. Go ride the train, get to see some beautiful outdoors. It's nice.
And, of course, our friends out to the west here in North Carolina, western North Carolina, Bryson City and Great Smoky Mountains Railway, still operating every day. And they also do the Santa trains and dinner trains, etc. And I've been on that one a couple of times, and it's a great ride up the, I guess it's the Hiwassee River.
Yeah, Hiwassee.
Seeing kayakers, and, that's a fun...
The old movie scene.
Yes, where The Fugitive with...
somebody.
Yeah, somebody. I can't remember his name right now, but they filmed The Fugitive there.
It's a cool little railroad. My brother rebuilt that steam engine a couple of times.
Really?
He was actually, whatever you call a CEO of that railroad for a while. But, yeah. we've got the train action here, but not enough.
That's right. We want more.
I'm glad they converted the rails to trails necessarily, but I sure would have loved to have seen a train there as well.
Exactly. Everyone in Henderson County and Transylvania County is so excited about the Acosta Trail.
Yeah.
It's under construction now. What is that, like 12,
19 miles.
19 miles between.
Yeah.
So they're working on the first phase now, and it'll be open soon. So, yeah, I agree. I love rails to trails, and that's great repurposing of existing property. The Virginia Creeper comes to mind over near Bristol.
Yep.
That's highly popular.
Well, Saluta's going to have them a creeper.
Exactly. That's
pretty soon.
That's underway, too. Up and down the Saluda Grade, all the way down into Spartanburg County.
Yeah, so a lot of activity here going on with our railroad system. If they don't do the high-speed rail, well, then that makes you wonder what in the world's going to go on with that railroad. I don't know. It's Norfolk Southern right now. Certainly would love for them to bring in a short line track and bring us some tourism.
Yeah.
With the train ride.
The proposed trek is Asheville to Salisbury, and then hook up there. I don't know. They still have a big roundhouse in Salisbury. That was a big roundhouse there.
Yeah, big museum, and I haven't been there in a while. But you can now. Well, if they go through the train thing, it'll be 2035 when that was supposed to be finished.
2035.
Yep, 2035.
Short 11 years from now, Pat.
11 years, 11 short years, right?
Yes.
So we'll be able to go to Wilmington on the train.
Yeah, Raleigh, Charlotte, Wilmington, all points east.
Be able to go to Morehead City. Now, have you ever been to Morehead?
I've been to Morehead City, where bald men congregate once a year for the Morehead convention. You get it, right? Morehead.
Yeah, Morehead. How about Morehair? The Morehair convention.
Yes.
I understand that as I'm starting to get into my silver days. It's kind of fun getting older and experiencing hair loss. What I want to know is where all the hair come with your ears. I never had any problem with my ears, but I hear just fine. But for some reason, I'm growing fur on my ears.
And my eyebrows, they go crazy, man.
What's up with the eyebrows?
Yeah, the lady that cuts my hair, she's, need to trim those eyebrows? Oh, yes.
Well, I was taking that hair growth pill, right? So I don't even know what the long word is. But anyway, it starts with an F.
Finasteride.
Okay.
5 milligrams per day.
So my hair didn't grow on top of my head, but it started shooting out of my ears.
That's funny.
My back. I don't know what's that all about. Oh, goodness. Yeah, real estate will do that to you, too. Make your hair grow. Make you lose your hair.
Make your hair grow white, yeah.
Grow white. But it's fun. Man, I've been doing real estate since 2006.
That's a lot. Yeah, you're approaching 20 years.
Yeah. It's been quite a ride. I've seen almost everything, I think.
I bet you guys have. And in your office at the Powerhouse Real Estate Agency, you guys have seen everything collectively. There's no question you guys can't answer.
Well, Rowena's done over 3,600 transactions, and that's just incredible.
And that's every combination of weirdness there is, I'm sure. She's encountered it.
She knows it. I listen to her quite often. I'm going to tell you, ask her any kind of question. She's got a very good answer for it. It's quite amazing. It's funny how experience will do that for you.
That's right.
She's also seen it all. And I'm glad she's taking a little break this morning, relax a little bit. She's been hustling lately, you guys. I tell you, it's fun writing a book. She's just now finished her CPO Experts book and getting that out. I think we just got the big box in this week, so got to unbox her new book and got to be there and experience that. That was a good time.
The last one went bestseller immediately, and this one is on Amazon now. Okay. It's now listed on Amazon.
Good. Well, we're ready to see other agents and folks, examine that, because in there you can find out with this book, you guys, you can sort of strategize on how you're going to sell or buy, or how you're going to take your next real estate step, or maybe it might be your family member. With our CPO program, you can go into all kinds of different type of real estate transactions, and we cover pretty much all of them with the CPOexperts.com. It's a program to where if you're in a divorce situation and you're wanting to, just get out of the home quickly so that you can go ahead and finalize that chapter of your life, then, give us a check out. You can go over to CPOexperts.com and check on the options button, and it's got all kinds, everything from heroes to short-term rental CPO, retirement CPO, estate CPO, even bank CPO. We've got buildercpo.com, foreclosure, assisted living, and there you can sort of go in depth to know what this program's all about. You get a cash offer. You take the stress out of selling. It's kind of the way real estate's sort of transforming, Randy. You see all these other competitors out there making cash offer for your house. Well, this program's a little bit different. It gives you an option to be able to participate in the profits when an investor comes in and purchases your home. So it's quite a healer for some folks, and taking them out of the process, and they're not having to deal with opening the door, cleaning the house, getting all the junk out of their hoarder situation they've got. Anyway, it's a fantastic program. If you go to CPOexperts.com, you can find an agent. We've got the plans there also for agents, for my agents out there. And it'll express what you would really need to do to get your home listed. You want to appraise that home. You want to know what it's worth. You want to have a professional's opinion of the value. Nothing like going in there and overpricing your home and then having to do the little game of reducing your price, and I haven't gotten any traffic or whatever it may be. If you're getting lots of traffic on your home and you've got a home for sale and it's not selling, it's probably because it's priced too high and it needs some work or something. Who knows? But with this cash CPO program, they'll come in and take care of the home, close within 12 days if you'd like, or 4 months, whatever your timeline is. It'll work with you. But you go in, you get an appraisal, you get an inspection, you get a home warranty. The inspection gives you the ability to know what's going on with your home. Now, of course, we always feel like we know what's going on. Yeah, I need to clean out the gutters, or it needs a downspout here and there, or it needs a paint job, or it needs the mold and mildew washed off the side of the house. You may want to not have to go through all that, and let the team over at CPO Experts, we get that taken care of for you. If there's any repairs and it makes sense, then you've got the equity in your home to be able to pay for it. They'll go ahead and add that onto the program, get those repairs done, get it back to market to where you don't have to go through the frustrating price reductions and, get your home all dressed up and having to get ready for the showing, put the dogs up, get the kids out, whatever it may be in your situation. Maybe you're an older person. It's just hard to get out of the house. Yeah, we'll get that taken care of for you with that cash CPO program. I always suggest going ahead and getting an inspection, you guys. It's just a part of it. Get an inspection. Figure out what's up with your house. The real estate agent's great and all, but they don't know what's going on with your house and the bones. They know what the market's doing around you and what it can sell for. Yeah, no problem. And they've got some ideas and can give you some suggestions, especially if it's obvious. If you've got a lake in your front yard every time it rains and your basement floods, well, there might be an issue there. I know somebody that can help you there. And anyway, it's a kind of a way to get you ready for the market and not have to go through the frustration. But if you're going to be selling your home with whoever, whatever, get an inspection, provide a home warranty, do an appraisal, know what the market's doing. I had a house last year that it appraised for $450 last March. And today it appraised for, I think it was $387. So I had an appraisal in hand for $440, and then I had one for $387 that was recently done. And it's kind of disappointing because it was more than 6 months old, the appraisal. I couldn't really argue with it that much. But that's a big discrepancy when it drops that much. So you definitely want to get an idea what the value is. You want to know what's going on around you when you sell your home, and not go through any kind of surprises. So it's well worth the dollars spent, you guys. And with the cash CPO program, they take care of that appraisal. They take care of the inspection. They take care of that home warranty. So you're not, if you choose, you can pay for it all. But if you choose, that program can pay for all that to really get those answers when we go to market and sell your home. And with the inspection, then we've got great repair people that will come in and get your home taken care of. And we've sort of figured out a lot of the really good ones, and we've really found out the pricing, it sort of bounces all around. So you want to look at pricing. You want to check out and see what those contractors out there can do the best deal for the job. Putting that new deck in, or maybe it's just fixing the front door area, you guys. You wouldn't believe how many times I fall off of a step because it's wobbly, and you're trying to sell this house, and we got the front step about to fall off.
Man, that'd be tough.
That's tough. You can't even get into the house to see it.
Yeah.
So getting a home ready for sale, give us a call over at All Star. We can come in, give you some ideas, walk through the home, give you an idea of maybe what you could do to the home to help spruce it up. Now, everybody's got an idea. I just had someone recently, I showed a house, and it was all freshly painted. But it was freshly painted bright blue, bright green, bright yellow. And I was like, some folks they just don't want to feel that bright in their home,
I hear you.
But it was all fresh. They had brand new flooring in there that was this really red oak-looking flooring. So it was orangey.
Blue and green.
Oh, man, you're talking about something that was just abrupt. Yeah, it was all clean. It was all fresh. And it just doesn't look that appealing to most of the population. Folks right now they just want to move in.
Yeah, and they want, I would imagine, like white, cream, beige, ivory, so they can do their own decorating.
Well, if you're going to be, I suggest going with as much white as you can to show and brighten and lighten a home. And then that gives someone a blank palette.
Right.
They can go in and they can paint whatever they want. But with the white, it makes it bright and you can see it. That is a suggestion I often make. But then I've also made suggestions to go with a dark wall because everything was white and it was just one big giant, So, hey, maybe we get our designers that we use over at CPO Experts to give us some colors that are really popular right now that'll help pull that intrigue with the home, make that want value more. A lot of times it doesn't increase the value too terribly much when you go in and do all these repairs, so talk to us first before you do them. Maybe it's not a good idea right now to go and put that big $80,000 kitchen in right now. Let's just hold off. Because the market's sort of falling backwards, right? Prices have been reduced a little bit. It's sort of adjusting. We're getting used to 7% mortgage rates right now, and everybody's sort of swallowing that. And I'm seeing great activity here locally. Compared to 2023 in January, we had around 230 homes sold. And that had increased this year by a certain percentage here in Buncombe County and definitely in Hendersonville and some of the other surrounding areas. It's been a little less percentage-wise, but, we had an uptick in sales in January here. So the whole issue still, you guys, is product. Yeah, there's product out there, but it's a house falling in for $350,000.
Wow.
And it needs repair. They probably did a little bit of something, but it's priced at $400, and it probably needs to be priced at $325. Gotcha. And they can get the $400 is what's so crazy still in this market. We're at about 94% on what the offer is versus the asking price.
Gotcha.
So it's tapered off versus maybe 2 years ago when we were at 105%, of asking price. We're paying these people more money than just to be able to get it. Now, I've still been running into that. If it's a nice property, an old farmhouse, it's priced right. They're seeing all. I'm running into it down in Cane Creek. I did this past week twice. They're flying off the shelves down there. If you've got something in Cane Creek, shine it up a little bit, get your value so you can get the money for it. But those properties there are, I can't even get anything down there.
It's a beautiful area. I've lived in South Buncombe for 100 years now, and often just travel Cane Creek over to Fairview. Just that beautiful ride in those mountains. Cane Creek is gorgeous.
Oh, Cane Creek to Fairview, and then even over to, I like to cut the back roads. I can't even think of them right now, but you would probably know these roads. But going over and even Highway 9, I've got a huge, beautiful, most wonderful piece of property over there.
I saw that on your Facebook post, 176 acres. Is that right?
Man. Yes, and it's priced beautifully, man. Under $11,000 an acre, so it's $10,750 per acre. So it's priced beautifully. 176 just fantastic acres. It could be developed. I've had several folks looking at it, and I've heard everything from short-term rental little cabins. It's got all these 360-degree hilltops all over this property. It's already got the roads cut in for logging and fired roads and that kind of thing in this piece of property. But it's right off of Highway 9 and Black Mountain. And it's just phenomenal. Other big tracks around there. There's Catawba Creek, which is a neighborhood right around the corner. And they're $1 million houses in there.
Wow, it's a beautiful area.
Oh, man, this piece of property is just phenomenal.
Follow Highway 9 on down into Lake Lure and Chimney Rock.
It's right in the spot where you feel like you're sort of out in the woods.
Yeah, I can imagine.
There's a line there that goes from, you're in the woods, but you can kind of see other houses or whatever. No, this piece of property, you got all these mountain tops that are on it. You don't see other houses at all, but you see Chimney Rock, you see Little Pisgah, you see even Mount Mitchell, and all the other little
Bearwalla Mountain, yeah.
You can see that from there. So it's a phenomenal piece of property. I've been enjoying going out and riding around. It takes about 3 hours to go around 176 acres when it doesn't have roads. It's about 5 miles of roads on this piece of property.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a great listing at 1.9. It's pretty phenomenal. I was up on the Parkway, and me and my girlfriend Teresa, we were over, just went up the Parkway, and then it was closed because they had some ice and whatever the day before. So we just pulled off, and I can't remember what legs up there, but man, we found this trail. It was still in the park, and went marching up that thing, and we came to a clearing, Randy, 2 acres. In the sun, we laid on, it was grass, all cut, like,
wow.
Yeah, man. So
Beautiful.
I'm like, wow, this is absolutely beautiful. So I got a really cool app on my phone. I said, I got to see what this is. Well, it ends up being a lot that's for sale.
Really?
I just laughed. I said, I can't get away from real estate. But it's right on the park. It's right, United States of America land right next to you. And, then it's right down to the Parkway, about a half a mile down the little curvy road, right onto it. You don't have to go anywhere. You're right there on it. You're on the park with this piece of property. They had bought it for $2.5 million. It's 10 acres, and it's on the market for $1.795 right now.
Wow.
It just seems like a deal. They bought it in 2007, so it gives you an idea of right before, we were cranking out houses. Market was going crazy in 2007.
Yep.
And boy, did we get a faucet turned off. Now, we're not in that situation right now.
No way.
We are far away from being there, but the market has declined. And, there's an economic cycle that we go through. And Clement Huglar came up with in 1860. and we go through these cycles. So we're definitely seeing some price drops. We've still got a high demand in our area, but in other areas, I'm starting to see and hear that you can find some stuff the price has been dropping. But boy, oh boy, just as soon as I start getting a lot of land listings, land is moving. People are out there buying lots.
And there's plenty of land, and no matter what you might think, see, or hear, there's plenty of land here for sale.
Yeah, man, I've got this lot over in High Hickory, and it's just phenomenal. It's a beautiful, really close to the entrance, across from where all the neighborhood farm is. You know, they've got all the greens and the vegetables, and all the neighbors contribute and get in there and work it. And
community garden.
Yeah,
where's High? What did you say?
It's over off of Highway 70 going towards Swananoa.
Okay.
And High Hickory.
High Hickory, okay.
Yeah, and just had 3 lots sell in the neighborhood recently. So my seller, she's owned it for quite a while. She had bought it for an investment, her and her husband, years ago. And, she put it up on the market here. So we've just gone to market. They've gotten some sales out there, a lot of activity, a lot of builders coming into the neighborhood. So we're excited. Had another one up in Mountain Air.
Yancey County.
Yeah, Yancey, man. And how beautiful is it up there, man? They've got an airstrip with a country club up there.
I've flown out of that airstrip.
Oh, is it scary?
It's you just kind of float off, and it's amazing. Now the landing I didn't do. Flew to Johnson City and drove back to, I can't remember, it was 100 years ago. But, when you're a rock abutment and a landing strip above it, I was not looking forward to the landing on that.
Yeah, man, it's like trying to land in Alaska. Or let's see, I was in Costa Rica, and they would take this little airline there, SITA, SITA. And Scana, I think, was the other 2 competing airlines. But that's how you got all around Costa Rica, man, little planes. And I thought about here, too bad we don't have a taxi service here. That's, you can get on a plane for cheap and go over to Charlotte and do it quickly. And, in there you go walk into the airport, get you a ticket, fly, into San Jose or whatever, boom. I had to go pick up a friend. We were in a house or whatever. I just went to go help them. So I flew to San Jose, got on the plane, $24, boom, flew over there, helped them get back, Oh, man.
Costa Rica's cool, man.
Oh, I love going to Costa Rica.
I did zip lining in Costa Rica. It's gorgeous.
Oh, man.
Gorgeous.
And then you just go for like a mile, too.
Yeah.
You're zipping forever.
Awesome, man.
The national parks there, Antonio Manuel, is the name of one of their first national park, and there you can go find sloths and just really cool birds everywhere talking to you.
When you were ziplining through the rainforest,
right?
Really, you were ziplining through the rainforest, and you're up there at the top of the trees with the sloths and the brightly colored birds, and they all
monkeys
just
everywhere
wave at you as you go by.
Man, I happened to stay in this castle, and I got lucky. I did a fundraiser or whatever, and they were auctioning off a week down there. And anyway, I got lucky and got the auction, won the auction, and it was for Camp Woody. I missed this, but this camp puts on for disabled kids and post-traumatic syndrome, kids that can't go out and shoot guns. And they put them in blinds and go out and do like duck hunting. And I don't know, man, it just gives, somebody that's in a wheelchair that's never experienced that, always sitting inside, whatever, being able to go out with this Camp Woody down in South Carolina. So anyway, it was a fundraiser for that. And we picked up this trip. And I took 8 of my friends, and we went down there and just had the best time in Costa Rica, man.
I bet.
Went fishing. They had a marina right there, brand new. Had a great fishing trip. Went out. In Costa Rica, you want to go out in the morning time because that's when it's all sunny and everything. And then in the afternoon, they get the rain.
Yeah.
And then it goes away. Everybody else kind of comes out, But when I say rain, I mean, it's like buckets. And
Wow.
the ditches there are like 10 foot deep just to accommodate the
Wow.
flood that's coming at you. Then it's gone. It's about an hour and a half every afternoon. And then you
Amazing.
go take you a siesta, and then it's on, come on back out, and it's
Play.
a fiesta, right? But I loved it. The little town there, Capos, that we went to, the church, is in the center of town, right? But the church is where all the activity was. So the Zumba class was going on, or whatever, the fitness class. And when we were walking by there, everybody and their grandma, quite literally everybody and their grandma, their kids, man, women, whatever, were out there doing this exercise, doing the Zumba. I just thought it was great. The whole town came in, and it's all under this shelter, because it rains every day. They have big shelters there, so it's a basketball court, but all the walls are open. And it was just great community sense. And, then you walk down the road and you're on the beach, right in the middle of town.
Banana
Beautiful.
trees everywhere.
Oh,
and,
man. And the monkeys, every morning I woke up, they would have these golden monkeys come down. And the monkeys run up, tap on the window, and wave at you.
Got anything to eat?
Yeah, you got anything to eat? What you got cooking there? Get up, time to go. They'd run across the roof. There's no sleeping in, unfortunately, necessarily. You get woken up for sure because of the critters.
Monkeys on the roof.
Yeah, but the big black monkeys, too, they had those everywhere, and they would come and
Wow.
sit on the columns of this big castle we were at.
Yeah,
We had our own security guard and everything.
The trip I made was on a cruise ship. A cruise ship docked there, and we did a day excursion to the zip lining, and I could tell that I would want to go back and spend more time in Costa Rica.
Man, every day was just the most wonderful day. I mean, one day we went surfing, and so, I'm not a very good surfer, right? So anyway, man, I get up. We get 5 boards, 5 chairs, 3 umbrellas. I think it was $38 or something.
Wow.
All day long. And, you got 100 people coming up wanting you to rent their boards or their whatever and get you a spot. We had this great spot. And I was on a beach where the waves were crazy. About every 10th one was a giant wave, like 10-foot, 15-foot wave. And I'm not kidding.
That's big.
Oh, they're monster. And there are all kinds of rocks underneath it. So you got to be kind of, it's not like our sandy Myrtle Beach here.
Yeah, I noticed that about the beach. It is rock splattered. Yes.
Right. So, man, I get up on this big wave, Randy, and it was more than I could handle. It was like going off the big dive. You know what I mean? I'm up there, man, and I'd like to say I was hanging 10. But, man, I wasn't hanging 10. I just got up there, and I couldn't handle it. It was way up too far, so I fall out of this thing, get crushed with the wave, man, smashed around, dragged around. Whew, there's some real waves there, baby. The 4-foot wave, no problem. We got you.
Right.
I got you. I can hold that. But this 10-foot, 15-foot wave that would come through, well, I got explained what would happen. They had these 2 islands out there, islands in the stream, right?
Right.
So a big wave, whenever it came from the big ocean, would cut into that about every 20th wave,
Okay.
10th to 20th wave. One would get through.
Gotcha.
Those islands. But most of the time, the islands would cut the waves off, and then they would start up again.
Gotcha.
Not this one.
You
I happened
caught a
to
big
pick
one.
the one that was the granddaddy of all. Man, I came out of there. I looked like I'd been through the washing machine
I bet.
in the spin cycle forever, crawling out of there. And everybody's having so much fun, you don't really pay attention to it. But it almost got me, Randy. I thought I was a goner.
Yeah,
I put the board up after that. It was like, all right, time to go for the, fiesta.
right.
I'm
Margarita
alive.
time,
I
yeah.
made it. Oh, but man, we went hiking a bunch of times. Costa Rica's the place to go. I know you guys have heard Rowena talk about Costa Rica. She had gone down there and gotten some teeth taken care of. And, man, it was a whole lot less expensive down there.
Yeah, and airline flights from here to Costa Rica are not all that exorbitant.
No, it's not too
$300
terrible.
or so. Yeah,
300 to 500, and if you get ahead of time, sometimes you can find it less.
yeah.
If you want to go fancy, $800 for first class
Oh yeah.
down to San Jose, and boom, then you get on one of these little flights down to wherever you're going, and you're in and out of there. It's great. I could talk all day on this, you guys. I know I'm supposed to be real estate. But yeah, we've got some fantastic, if you go over to mountainhomehunt.com, we've got some fantastic properties there. You can go and search and find your home. Maybe you're thinking about selling, you guys. You can go to What's My Home Worth. You can check out there, type in whatever your information is. It's going to spit out the value of your home and give you a range. You can also contact us if you want to investigate the CPOExperts.com program. Of course, you can call us anytime, but you can go to the website there and communicate with us there, get you an offer. Click on, we've got a big red button there. It's flashing, and you can click on get your offer, get a cash offer now, and give us a call about that. Now, of course, maybe you've got the perfect home and you would like to get that home listed. We need product in Asheville. So go ahead and give us a call over at All-Star. We'll come out, give you an assessment, show you all the wonderful reasons why we're the greatest team in the world to sell your home with, and explain to you what the process might be and how you want to go about that. So we always look at your needs. It's about you and where you're at and how you want to sell your home. And maybe you don't have any idea. Maybe you want some clues as to make your best experience when you're selling your home, getting top dollar, and understanding the process. And that's something we know at All-Star Powerhouse. We're very thorough. Our team will share with you every option that you might have. Through experience, we've seen a good bit. A lot of times we'll take on a challenging listing too and turn it around and get you a beautiful home to the community that can be offered, and somebody will want to come in and buy it. Again, these buyers right now, you guys, they want a finished home. 45% of the buyers right now are your seniors. You're 55 and older. So they've got a pile of money. They sold their house somewhere, and they probably got cash. And, the last couple of years have been pretty nice for folks. So they got money, and they're coming to Western North Carolina, and they're looking for homes. So competition's still there in our communities. So it's still a great time to sell. You can get the value of your home. You've seen an increase in the price of homes, and it still continues, although it's sort of leveling out right now. The interest rates are getting figured out. So I think you'll start to see, as there's not any product, prices are still going to continue to increase. And there's still demand, especially in our area. And you'll find that it's pretty easy to get your house sold. If it looks right, you got it priced right, you got a warranty that comes along with it, you've gotten an appraisal so that you're armed with information. You can go back to your buyers there and let them know that, hey, I've got a little bit of a challenging property. Maybe you got something beside you that's got some yard art, i.e. washing machine on the front porch. Maybe a lawnmower from 2 or 3 generations ago in the front yard. You laugh, Randy.
We've all seen it.
What do you mean the family couch is now on the front porch? We got a new one for the inside. We got to move it outside, folks. That couch is a good one. We're not going to let it get away. Stick it on the front porch and wave at our neighbors. Now, listen, we have that here in Western North Carolina, but we still got wonderful people. And that person will probably give you the shirt off of the back, or at least a beer, and that would answer any kind of questions. I've gotten the ability to be able to walk up and knock on doors, and when I've got a listing or if I'm finding out about neighbors, going and finding out, hey, what's going on around the neighborhood? Any new neighbors coming in, any development happening? As a realtor, you got to kind of do that when you get a listing. You got to explore what's cooking around you so that you can share with your buyers. Hey, listen, we got some exciting news. They got a Dunkin' Donuts coming up down the road, That's kind of what we do as real estate agents. We keep you informed with what's going on around your property. In Western North Carolina, I've got it dialed in. I'm pretty familiar with what's cooking around each one of these areas. And it's been very fun to learn this community over the last, I've been in Asheville now 5 years. I moved up from Greenville, South Carolina. There I had a career in real estate and wanted to find something a little bit more cool. So you come up the hill from Greenville, South Carolina, and it's about 10 to 12 degrees cooler up here.
It really is.
A lot less sunshine.
It starts right down there in the foothills near Saluda and Tryon.
Mm-hmm.
Call it the thermal belt.
Travelers Rest, that area, right? You come up the hill, the grade. We're talking about this grade. We got about 1,000 feet, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so it goes from 1,200 to 1,400 elevation up to 2,000 to 2,400 up in Asheville, I believe we are. Somewhere right around there, depending on what hill you live on. And I don't know, man. It's
you found cool green Asheville, huh?
Man, I love this area.
Yeah.
Just the Henderson. It's God's country.
It really is. It really is. And the Chamber used to have an advertising campaign years ago called Cool Green Asheville.
Yep.
And that's a real good description.
Yep.
It really is.
Land of the sky, baby.
Yep.
We've got it going on, don't we, Randy?
Yes, we do.
We're so blessed.
Native here, and I love it.
Well, I feel like a native almost. Now, my family came from Hendersonville, my mom's family, and had been there since records have been kept. So I've got a little bit of heritage in the Hendersonville area, although I was born and raised in Greenville. I've got a lot of family in Hendersonville.
Well, Flat Rock, known for many, many years as the Charleston of the North, to escape the heat.
Yeah.
Charleston Knights used
Right.
to travel up to Flat Rock, and there's many old estates there still today that were originated from folks in Charleston, South Carolina.
Absolutely. And then, the folks from New York, like the Vanderbilts and
Right.
coming out, the DuPonts.
Yes.
We've got DuPont over in Transylvania.
They found us, too.
Yeah, they sure did. And thank goodness, because now all their big piece of property or places we can go visit and explore.
Like DuPont National Park.
Yeah,
Forest.
man, is that a cool place or what?
Yes, yeah.
I tell you what, we're so blessed to have all this, the ability to hike and go and do and get on the parkway and then simply just pull over and find a path and then find a grassy knoll and lay there and soak in, ground out, catch some sun, man.
It's amazing. The Blue Ridge Parkway was revealed, I think, just last week to be like the 6th most visited national park in the country. And visitation is increasing every year to the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Yeah, you got to be careful here too, though.
Oh, yeah, you do. There's some real altitudes there.
There are. And we've got some curvy roads.
Yeah.
Folks coming up from Florida.
Not used to.
What do you mean you got curved roads?
Yeah. Slow down.
Hold on, I don't know how to drive this thing. Yeah, most of us here in Asheville will be telling you to speed up necessarily, but you do need to watch what you're doing. If you're here visiting with us, just take your time driving around.
Yeah. Keep your eyes on the road. It's hard.
Keep your eyes. We got some peculiar kind of what I call landmines in our road system, and you might have a pothole here and there. Or maybe it's not even a pothole. It's just a dip in the road.
Yeah.
It's been there forever.
Yeah.
I got one of these fancy little cars, man. And I like it because it's small and I can get around. But it's low to the ground as well. So I know all the little dips and everything around the neighborhood where I've got to sort of scoot around them.
Yep.
But what a great community we live in. And if you're thinking about selling your home, go check us out at mountainhomehunt.com. Get a value on your home. Have us come out. Give you an idea of what this CPO program would be, or just do a traditional old-fashioned listing just like you would typically do. You can certainly put it on the market here in Asheville, North Carolina, and you're going to get traffic. Definitely. We've got a lot of buyers here still, so be sure to give us a call over at All-Star Powerhouse and go into mountainhomehunt.com and check us out there. Now, of course, you've got the Real Estate Radio Show. It's been a great show talking with you, Randy. I didn't realize we're coming up pretty quick here on. I get to talking about Costa Rica and trains, And I drift off, right?
Time flies.
Time flies. But we've got some great lots here. If you're thinking about building, I've got some fantastic builders that can meet with you, and we can find you a lot and build you a home, get you going there. Or if you're just searching for something, I've got a couple investors right now that I'm shopping for short-term rentals. So that's still, folks are coming out looking for those again. Short-term rental market after COVID sort of dropped off a little bit, 20 to 40% in some areas. And so some of those folks were, I don't know, maybe they're just getting sick of working so much to keep that short-term rental going. And they've decided to put it up on the market and get it for sale. So you'll see some of those coming around right now. Some good values. Anything in the 250 to 400,000 is pretty much flying off the shelf. Because you got the rates at 7%. That was your $500,000 buyer a year ago, is now your $400,000. And you can certainly find product out there that's been updated. I've been running into a lot of cleaned up homes here, so it's nice to see that, but we still don't have enough product. So if you're thinking about getting your home on the market, give us a call over at All Star Powerhouse. Come on over. You can go to that mountainhomehunt.com, register, send us a little text message there, and communicate with us. We'll come out and give you a value on your home. Remember to always listen to us here on Saturdays at 10:05 a.m. every Saturday. And you can check in here at 5:70 a.m. You can also go to our realestatenewsradio.com. And we've got a podcast there, too, you can follow. And we talk about all kinds of stuff. Obviously, today I've sort of been all over. But feel free to go and check out the value of home, get a cash offer, sell your home, search for homes, ask questions, see FSBOs even. We have a FSBO program. If you're selling your house for sale by owner, you can put it on our website. We'll advertise it for you. Get that home out there. We've got featured homes, and we certainly would love to hear from you. So go on over there to the real estate radio show, realestatenewsradioshow.com. or mountainhomehunt.com and get a value on your home. Randy, it's been fun today.
Hey, if we're listening, if we're talking to folks who've made that statement, when spring comes, I'm going to list my house.
Well, it's now.
It's here.
It's here.
Well, we're something like 18 days away from spring. On March 21st, I'm ready.
Yeah, average day on market has creeped up a little bit, Randy, but you know what? It's still a great time to put your home up. And homes they're flying off the shelf still here. So go ahead and give us a call over at All Star Powerhouse. Let us know what you're thinking there. You can always check it out as far as at mountainhomehunt.com. And friends, again, I want to thank you. It's been a beautiful Saturday. Make the rest of that day great. We've got all kinds of beautiful activities in Western North Carolina. Come give us a visit here. Come and see why it is you want to move here and make this your forever home. It's quite phenomenal here in the hills.
Good to have you, Patrick. Thank you so much for filling in for Roe. Join us each Saturday morning at 10:05 for Real Estate News Radio.
Bye, everybody.
This has been the Plain English Real Estate Show with Rowena Patton. Visit Rowena and post your questions at radioasheville.com or call her at 828-210-1648.